Biggest joy, but yet my biggest heartache too.
Tonight, a baby struggle with flesh-eating disease, a mother's warning.
We want our dancers back.
Hitting the pavement, thousands of students march to the Premier's office.
Your money doesn't come out.
And scamming people who use bank machines.
From our British Columbia newsroom, this is CTV News at 11:30 with Mi Jung Lee.
Good evening. It's a potent germ that is continually trying to change and spread and hurt people. That's how health officials describe necrotizing fasciitis, or flesh-eating disease. They still don't know why an aggressive strain of the disease has struck Vancouver Island and killed one woman. Tonight, the story of a Vancouver family that feared the worst for their newborn. Renu Bakshi reports.
Can you say hello? There you go, that's it.
The moment you see little Antonio, it's clear he's a special child. What you can't see are the much deeper wounds.
And he's my biggest joy, but yet my biggest heartache too.
The instant Antonio let out his first cry, it signaled the beginning of a long, painful journey. In addition to being a Down syndrome baby, Antonio was born without an anus. And as doctors attached things to Antonio's body to help him with his bowel movements, his mom noticed a bruise on his buttocks. It was flesh-eating disease.
He had to go in for surgery for about 10 days. Every day we'd go down the hall and I'd kiss him and hope for the best and go out in the hall and cry.
Flesh-eating disease is extremely rare, but these days medical authorities in Victoria are baffled by the unusually high number of cases. 6 people are battling the illness. 1 woman has died. Vancouver's chief medical officer is urging the public to see a doctor if they have severe pain at the site of a cut or a persistent sore throat.
The key thing is that when it gets hold, it starts to produce a toxin, and the toxin is what starts to eat away at the tissue. At the early stages, it's fully curable.
Antonio almost didn't make it. His mom even had a priest read his last rites. All this within days of his birth.
Because you expect to have this, a baby, a perfect little baby, and everything goes wrong, everything, to the worst.
Today, 18 months after he was taken away from his mother and put into an oxygen tent, Antonio still bears the scars. Doctors had to cut off his buttocks to get rid of the killer disease.
I named his middle name Vincent because it meant conqueror. He didn't have a middle name to begin with. But after he survived that, he earned it. He was a conqueror. He beat the odds.
Beat the odds with his fighter instinct. Renu Bakshi, CTV News, Vancouver.
Students are no longer content to...
Stuck in the mud, Chilliwack residents wait for word on when they can return home. Exclusive details on the arrests of 5 people after a lengthy murder